You don't need a new planner. You need a new rhythm. Your productivity struggles probably don't come from laziness. They come from trying to force your life into a routine that doesn't match your energy, your focus, or your reality. So today, let's stop trying to live like a robot and start building a daily rhythm that actually works for you. Hey there, you productivity-loving, clarity-craving, action-taking rock star. I'm Mark Struczewski, also known as Mr. Productivity. This is part 3 of my 7-part Summer Reset series, a collection of short, clarity-packed episodes designed to help you reset your habits, your routines, and your mindset for the second half of the year. Now, part 1 was the mid-year clarity check-in. Part 2 helped you simplify your schedule and clear calendar clutter. You can find links to both of these episodes in the show notes. Today, we're zooming in on something deeply personal, your daily rhythm. Let's rebuild it with intention. So you don't need a strict routine. Let me say that again. You don't need a strict routine. Instead, you need momentum building anchors and a rhythm that honors how you actually work best. So in this episode, you're going to learn why rigid routines often backfire, how to align your task with your natural energy, what daily anchors actually are and how to build them, why white space and rest aren't just okay, they're essential, and how to let go of guilt and finally create a flow that feels good. So let's bust the myth that successful people have perfect routines. Most of the time, routines break down not because you're undisciplined, but because they weren't built for your current reality. You might be following a morning routine you saw on YouTube or something you used years ago when your life looked totally different. The reason it feels off? Because it is. Routines tend to fail when they ignore how your life, energy, and responsibilities are evolving. But rhythms flex with you. They honor who you are right now and where you want to go. One of the most powerful things you can do, match your tasks to your energy, not the clock. I'm going to repeat that because you need to understand this important idea. Match your tasks to your energy, not the clock. Start noticing when you feel most focused, most creative, most drained, most energized. For example, maybe you're sharpest between 8:30 and 11 in the morning. That's your deep work window. Protect it. Maybe you feel sluggish around 2 p.m. That's a great time for email, errands, and administrative stuff. The key is this. You don't need to be productive all day. You just need to know when to go deep and when to keep things light. Try tracking your energy for a few days, then use what you learn to rearrange your task around you, not someone else's idea of optimal. It's really important you understand you don't need a minute-by-minute schedule. That's right. Mr. Productivity just told you you do not need to schedule every minute of your day. You need a few key anchors that shape your day. Think of anchors like tent poles. Just enough structure to hold things up, but with room for flexibility. Here are some examples. A morning clarity session before checking your phone. Don't miss the word before. A morning clarity session before checking your phone. A 90-minute focus block in your high energy zone. A midday walk, snack, or movement break. An end-of-day shutdown routine so you don't carry your work into the evening. Do you have office hours when you work from home? If you go to a corporate office, you probably have work hours when you're at work and when you're not. If you work from home, you need to have office hours. You need to have work hours, not just for other people in your household, but also for you. The magic happens when you start with just one anchor. One anchor. Get it solid, then layer another on top of it, then another. Suddenly you've built a rhythm that works without overwhelm. Now let's turn our attention to something that most achievers overlook: recovery. You are not a machine. You're not supposed to be on from sunrise to shutdown. Even world-class performers build in rest and reset time on purpose, intentionally. So ask yourself, do you give yourself buffer time between meetings or calls? Do you allow 5 to 10 minutes to reset between tasks? Do you cap your day so your brain can actually shut down? And if you can, cap your day. Protect your evenings or at least an hour of downtime so your brain doesn't always feel on. I like to watch TV or my favorite sport, European football, go Man City, as a way to give my brain space to just be. No pressure, no planning, just take a break. That's not a waste of time. That's a strategic move to protect your energy and recover your focus. You may feel guilty when your day doesn't go as planned. Maybe you skipped your focus block. Maybe you spent too much time scrolling or procrastinating. Maybe your perfect plan completely unraveled. You're not alone, and you're not broken. The goal isn't perfection. It's alignment. You're allowed to build rhythm that flexes with your life. One day might be super productive. The next day might be about rest and recovery. Consistency doesn't mean identical days. It means staying connected to what you need over and over again. That's how you build real momentum. Let me drop a truth bomb on you. This is something you need to tattoo on your brain, perhaps on the inside of your eyelids. You don't need a rigid routine. You need a rhythm that respects your energy, your priorities, your real life. That's rhythm worth repeating. So here's your challenge or homework assignment for this episode. This week, for the next 7 days, I want you to track your energy. I want you to notice, when do you feel most focused? When do you feel sluggish? Which tasks drain you? Which ones energize you? And I don't want you to do this in your head. I want you to get a notebook or your journal, or you can use an app and actually track it. So at the end of 7 days, you can look at your writing and your words and go, wow, what a revelation. Mind blown. Then, after you collect your brains, after your brains were blown, after you were excited about what you just learned about yourself, I want you to make one small change based on what you learned. One small change. We want to build that momentum. So make one small change based on what you learn. Maybe you move your writing to the morning. Maybe you stop checking email after 3 p.m. Maybe you add a midday walk. It doesn't have to be big, just intentional. That's how your rhythm starts to shift. Now, if you've been trying to copy someone else's routine or forcing yourself into a structure that doesn't fit, it's time to make a change. I want to invite you to book your free 15-minute clarity sprint call with me, Mr. Productivity. It is my gift to you. The link for the call is in the show notes, along with the link for episode 1 and episode 2 of the 7-part Summer Reset series. Together, we'll design a rhythm that fits you so you can move forward without all the friction. Now, next week in part 4 of the Summer Reset series, I'm going to share with you how boundaries aren't about restriction. They're actually the key to more freedom. Until then, keep bouncing forward because you got this. You may not think you got it, but I know you, and you got this. I'm Mr. Productivity. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for listening.